I think I'm live. It's 2:57 p.m., August the 20th, 2018. I laid down because I was really exhausted around a little after 1 sometime. I don't remember exactly. And I went to sleep, and I went into the astral like I usually do. I saw a plane crash perfectly. I don't know if this is something that's already happened or something that's getting ready to happen. It was, I'm shaking, sorry. I was there, just like when they showed me other plane crashes, like the Korean air flight. I'm like, what do you want me to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? Okay, I'm going to try to describe this. Sorry, I don't care what I look like right now. I just got up out of bed, threw my clothes on, and came out here. Okay, I'm going to try to describe this. Because when I'm astral, my body, I'm literally floating. So try to keep this in mind because it starts out and I'm above ground, flying just under to the side of this plane that's crashing. It's trying to come in for a landing. It's a big plane. It's a jet. It's, I think it's silver. American Airlines keeps going through my head. American Airlines, American Airlines. I don't know why. American Airlines. There's another jet. I'm flying, kind of hovering right here. I'm going to turn to the side. I'm kind of hovering right here. The jet's coming in. There's another smaller jet right here, like it's trying to follow it in and trying to guide it in. And all of a sudden, so like it had problems in the first place. They're trying to get it to an airport. And it's coming in and it suddenly banks. And there's this other plane, I think a fighter jet, alongside of it here, a small one. I believe it's a fighter jet. I think there may be another one on the other side. I don't know what this is about. I don't know why this plane's going down. It comes in and it starts dipping and turning this way around me. I'm going to face this way. It comes in and starts turning like this. The other jets break off because they can't follow it because where it's going, it's coming over the roof of a building, like industrial building. Maybe it may be part of an airport building. Anyway, it comes down around and it's at eye level with the near top of the building. And it comes around the side and there's a highway right here, literally. How do I describe this? There's a highway right there on the other side of this building. And there's traffic, heavy traffic. This is daytime. Heavy traffic on the highway. I watched the jet come down and around the building. There's an overpass. And there's no way this plane makes it under. And just as I was coming up out of this vision, I was thinking to myself, how did he get under that? How did he go under there? It was so freaky. Anyway, there's this overpass and this highway going through and around, through a downtown. It's got a curve, a pretty heavy curve. He goes under the, just after or right at this underpass is where this curve starts. Anyway, he makes it under this overpass, but the tail section of the plane falls off, it comes off, flies through the air, There's a school bus. It's a school bus. It's turquoise. It has black letters on it. Um, it's an older time school bus, not one of the Bluebird buses with the chopped off end. It's got the longer end, the longer hood. There's a looks like maybe a pink Volkswagen probably traveling with this bus. They're right together. Um, because of the colors, it made me feel like these two vehicles are traveling together. This bus is full of children. Um, the tail section gets knocked off by the bridge as the plane's going under it and flies through the air, hits the side of this bus. The bus kind of, they manage to get stopped, but the kids are out. They come racing out screaming, and they're all on the side of the highway by this overpass. And I watched the plane actually crash. It came around the building, went under this underpass, and hit and crumpled literally up against another building and retainment wall for the highway. Um, there's cars coming down the highway that can't get stopped. They're getting hit by debris from the plane and causes a wreck. There's kids jumping up and down, screaming, a bunch of them. There's probably 30 or 40 kids there, and they're all jumping up and down and screaming. Um, the little pink Volkswagen didn't get stopped as fast as the bus, and it traveled under the underpass. The bus stopped before the underpass because it got hit by the tail. The little pink Volkswagen went under and ended up in the median area just past the overpass as the curve happens. It was in the wreck, but wasn't seriously damaged, but there's more cars coming. Um, if you know anybody that has a school bus that's turquoise or kind of a light blue with the black lettering and they're planning a trip, don't take the trip. Um, the tail section of that plane hits that bus. Uh, as far as the plane, I have no idea. I don't know which airport. I don't know what city this is in. Let me see if I can think. Where was this? This happened. It's a downtown area. It's a downtown area. It either just happened, getting ready to happen, or it's possibly that it's a past thing, but it was vivid, and I mean vivid. It was one of my visions, and yeah, oh my gosh. Um, all I can think of is American Airlines. That's what keeps going through my head, and it's silver. I don't I don't know. Are they silver? It was a silver plane. This plane was silver. I watched it go around and I'm like, I watched the tail section come off. Um, I wish there was a way I could draw it. But it's like a movie playing in my head. I can see it perfectly, clear from the part where I'm following it in the air with watching a couple other planes with it. At least one other plane. I think there's another one on the other side, but there's definitely a second plane at least, like, trying to fly with it, like emergency landing, like they knew something was wrong or something was going on with this plane. I don't know if I don't know. All I know is that plane crashed and the tail section came off and it hit a school bus full of kids. And there's kids all over the highway, jumping up and down, freaking out. So if any of you, I don't know how to, I mean, it's like the other crashes they've showed me in the past. It's always before the event. I don't know what to do with this information. Maybe you guys have some ideas of what to do. I haven't even looked at chat or anything. I just turned this on. Give me a minute. I can't even. It's hard to breathe. Okay. Yeah, it's like a light sky blue or like turquoise blue, and it's got black letters. The school bus has black letters. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to look freaked out, but I'm just freaked out. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know where. It's like a downtown area. It's in a city. The bus has a bunch of kids in it, and that's um and they're all standing on the highway screaming, and there's cars coming, and I'm like, oh my God. So I don't know how you tell people this and how you keep that bus from leaving. I don't know if there's any way to stop the flight. I have no idea. I don't know if this plane, if the reason there was a fighter jet alongside of it was just trying to help, or was this a hijacked plane? I have no idea. I just know there was a fighter jet right next to it, and I believe there was a second one. Yeah, these kids were little. They were 4 or 5, maybe 6. They were little kids. They were there was a bunch of them. I don't know, it might have been like a, a private school. It was little kids. It could have been like a daycare bus. Yeah, it could be anywhere on the planet. I felt like it was here though. It was American Airlines. A silver plane. Um, it's daytime, bright daytime. The building, the building it went around. See the color of my shirt? The building, I think, was this color or close to it. The building I watched the plane kind of dive around. I don't know if that's going to help. There's a highway. Here's, okay. Let me see if I can draw this. Hold on a second. Do I have anything to draw on? Surely I've got some things around here to draw on. Just a second. Okay, yeah, let's try this. Just use a pen. Um, uh, highway comes this way and then starts curving this way. There's an overpass right here. Um, right in here somewhere along the side of the building. Okay. The building. The plane comes up and around, almost hits the top of this building, comes around, dives. This is an overpass. This is the highway. Oh, I've got it upside down. When I'm first looking at the plane, I'm back in this area in the air. Okay. I'm under it and slightly, and the plane's like right in here. Okay. And it comes around, almost clips this building, comes around, and it's like angled, like, you know, like it can't hang flight anymore. And it angles down, comes around, boom, goes right under this underpass. I couldn't believe the plane made it under that underpass. It literally cleared it except for the tail. The tail pops off and hits a bus. Or I've got this upside down again. Dang it. That doesn't look right either. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. The bus is like traveling this way right here. And with that pink Volkswagen. Can you guys see this? Okay. It's traveling this way. This is a big highway. There's a big divide in between. Oh, man. This is a downtown area. Plane comes around here. But yeah, I got this right. Plane comes around here, goes under here. This underpass seems like it's more like center or maybe this direction. I probably drew it back too far on the building. But it goes under this overpass. And then these are concrete walls like you see on highways. This is a divider area that separates the two sides of the highway. This feels like it's 2 or 3 lanes going this way. Anyway, it hits this, the tail section pops off, and it hits this school bus back in here somewhere before the building. There's more buildings here along this area, and the plane makes it under, but hits the side of a building and the concrete barrier right here and crumples, literally. The school bus is here. It gets hit by the tail section, and I don't think it knocks it over. The bus got stopped, but the kids came flooding out of this bus, and they're all standing here at this. See, I think this is more up here. Yeah, this overpass is more up here and almost side by side with this building. No, that can't be right. It almost seems like it's this overpass thing. This overpass thing that I was looking at did not look like it was being used, like it was a dead end. I don't know. Maybe it went to this building. The pen's not writing. Oh, got another one here. It almost looks like this overpass. It's more like here on the building, and it's almost like it goes to the building. And when I came back after I seen all this happen, and I came back to look at the overpass, it looked very dilapidated and kind of crumbly, the sides of it. And it's like it's going to this building. And I think the building is the color of my shirt. Or maybe a little lighter, but kind of a goldish color. Yeah, but the school bus is here. The kids get off. They're just running all along the side of the highway here, jumping up and down, screaming, because they're like watching all of this play out. But the planes comes from up in here. And it can't make the thing, and it turns and goes under this. That was freaky. And I still can't believe it made it under that underpass without it. I'm surprised it didn't crunch on the underpass itself. If it had, the school bus, I think, would have been all right. But that tail section came off and hit the bus. Like, it flipped through the air and hit it like midway top side, right in there. Yeah, it feels like I remember seeing it flip through the air, and it didn't hit it on this side like you would expect. It's just the movement of the bus and the movement of the tail section. It ended up hitting more on the opposite side than it did on this side, which is really odd. But that's how much detail. I mean, I saw it perfectly. There's a river nearby here too. There's a river. Yeah, there's a river. As a matter of fact, these two roads may actually be above ground too, like this overpass. You know how there's in downtown areas, sometimes that stuff's like multiple stacked? It almost feels like there's a river here somehow, something to do with the river. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know how. This is a downtown area. I could try maybe to meditate on it and see if I can get a city. You see what I mean? What do I do with this? What do I do with information like this? It's been a long time since they showed me something like this. The last one was that Korean flight that in San Francisco that didn't, it made the runway, but not quite. That was the last time. And the tail section of that plane popped off too. That's interesting. I don't I don't know if this flight had people in it or not. I was more worried about the kids, and that's why I was freaking out totally. It was the kids that are on the highway because of the bus being hit by the tail section. And they're just, you know how little kids scared, screaming, running, that there's not enough adults with this bus to cover these kids, and they're just everywhere. And they're panicked. So, and I imagine the adults are too after a tail section of a plane hits this bus. Um, Anyway, sorry guys. I had to put a video up because before when this would happen, I would just tell family and friends about it. But I told you guys, I would tell you guys everything. I woke up completely freaked because I'm like, oh my gosh, all those kids. Oh my gosh. Um, I don't know what to do. They can't, yeah, they're not going to stop planes because I had a vision. See, I thought about that because when some of the other ones, take for instance, the Korean flight that I saw crash. Now that was a daytime awake download that I got. This one was a vision sleeping. I did the astral thing like I do much of the time. And somehow I got tangled up in this thing watching. Maybe they were trying to prevent this from happening. I don't know. Um, Evidently, they're trying to prevent it from happening. There's a lot of little kids on that bus. So there's, okay, so a small plane. No, this was a commercial liner. Not one of the super big ones, but a commercial liner. It was silver. I don't know if it was a prop plane or a jet. Let me think. Prop plane or a jet? I believe it was a jet, but it was small. Um, and it was silver, and I'm almost positive it's American Airlines. Yeah, I know. See, I thought about calling them. I'm like, who do you call? Because how do they alert all the airports? How, would they even do that? I don't know. And I don't know when this is supposed to happen even or where it was. Oh, Sir Tony, I hope you're not right. I was gonna work on some more codes today. I don't have enough subs. I don't think this would get out to enough people. I don't know. I just had a thought. I just had a thought. Hold on a minute. See, most school buses are that orange or yellow, school bus yellow. But this thing was blue, like bright blue. And it had black lettering on it. Um, so it's like a sky blue or turquoise blue with black letters. I just Googled schools with blue school buses so far. I'm just getting like, here's a bus with like rainbow stuff painted on the side of it. Um, this bus was like blue, the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe if each one of you check your local cities, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Hey, this kind of this is weirdly close. Um, Not exactly what I saw, but I'll share screen. Hang on. See that bus right there? It's a little brighter and darker color than this, just a hair, and the whole thing's that color, and there was black lettering on it, and the windows weren't painted. I don't recall seeing painted windows. It was just a regular bus. Um, this one kind of has a square hood. The hood was more normal like this bus here. Um, See how this one's kind of squarish? It was more um, like uh, like this, like this right here. And it was light blue, turquoise, just blue with black letters. See, that's still kind of square looking. At least it's close. See these newer ones. Seemed like it had a more rounded-ish. I don't know. Like that. No, it still looks kind of squarish. I guess they just kind of do, but yeah, it was very much like this. I don't know what else to do about it, except for just tell you guys about it. And maybe something will pop in your head that about where that could possibly be. I don't know. I'm going to meditate for a little bit and see if I can figure out what, and maybe do a little Google map searching of a couple of major cities. Because only major cities have that sort of highway network. This could have been any city. It could have been in Canada even. I don't know what the... I've been in Canada, but not in the major cities. So I have no idea if your cities have the stacked highway stuff going on or not. Anyway, I'm going to stop for now. I'll be back in a little while. I was going to work on the codes a little bit. Yeah, I'll be back in a little while, okay? So I will talk to you guys in a little while. Bye.